Joined by James Madison head coach Louis Rowe, Matt Lewis, and Deshaun Parker. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. And Coach, will let you open it up with a statement.
I thought the guys did everything I asked them to do. We played hard. We played really patient offensively, stuck to the game plan defensively. And I think down the stretch they got loose for just a couple of threes. And obviously that's their game plan. They kept shooting them. And it's honestly just unfortunate for these guys and this team because they did an incredible job. And Sheffield's a really, really, really good player. And I thought he and McIntosh we did a good job on. And obviously, then he winds up hitting one late. And so it's unfortunate because you go into a locker room and guys have their heads down and you just hurt.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up to questions.
Go back to I think it was the final timeout before your last possession. It seemed like maybe the horn sounded a little quicker than you guys thought it might and kind of rushed to get the play call. Did you get the play in that you wanted to, or did you see it executed the way you wanted to?
That's a very, very good observation, Shane, and a very, very good question. The horn sounded. I went up to him. It's a play that we had run before, but it's a good observation that I didn't get it in before the horn sounded. And again, I take all the blame for everything. So obviously that was on me. Absolutely on me that I didn't get to play to the guys in time. And did that cause I wish we had gotten to play cleaner. I thought it was a good look. I wanted the ball in Matt's hands. So that's unfortunate. It's definitely my fault that I didn't get it to him in time.
Deshaun, can you just talk about the effort you guys played with tonight, coming out here, after struggling all season, tonight you're gonna play one of your better games?
Yeah, I think our effort was where it needed to be for 35 minutes of the game. I think if I can remember, I think that was the first lead, them hitting that shot. So our energy and our attention to detail was where it needed to be. It was on point. And especially coming out the game, we got a big lead on them coming out the game. But it hurts because this team, we just been through so much, and I get emotional talking about it. But we just been through so much, and we just stuck together and just kept battling.
It's only to get Deshaun.
No matter what, we just stayed together. So our effort, I feel like our effort was where it needed to be.
Jerry in the back.
Coach, can you, season comes to an end like that, and I saw you walking off with Deshaun and Matt. Can you kind of share anything what you said to the guys and what it's like you try to put the moment into context and the season into context when it comes to an end as quickly as it did?
I think that's impossible to do at this time, but it's a very good question. And obviously I get a lot of, this a blame game, it's this, it's that. Literally to me, I look at this what I do. I recruited every last one of those kids in the locker room, and that's what it means to me. I don't ever want these dudes to hurt, and I think they know. I hope that they know. As long as I have breath in me, they call me, I got them, and so that's what that moment is. It's me feeling terrible and saying to myself, like Shane's great question about me in the timeout and not getting the play to the guys quick enough. What could I do better? The entire year, right? Because these guys gave me everything, and I know I'm with them every day. I know who they are, and I'm honestly, to be honest, I'm thankful for who they are. Like this year was brutal. It was brutal, and those dudes never ever came to me any other way but coach. Let's keep working and keep trying to figure it out. And everybody's not blessed with kids like that, so I'm thankful. I'm God-fearing. I want these guys to feel differently than they feel right now. And I don't want them to hang their heads and look at themselves. I want them to say, listen, we're going to stay together and we're going to fight like Deshaun said. And if there's something that was on it, put it on me. Put it on me. Put it on me. And we're going to keep holding our heads up and keep working.
There's been so much talk and pressure on Coach all season. What can you say about your coach, and what's meant to you guys?
The first thing you can say about Coach is that he's caring. all the heat that he takes, constantly from everybody, and him to come up into the locker room every day with a smile on his face, look us in the eye and tell us everything gonna be okay. It means so much. I was a kid coming from Woodbridge. I didn't have many colleges to go to, and he brought me in here and gave me the keys basically as a freshman. So
I saw what I saw.
That's something I appreciate, and a lot of people don't understand. You guys can look at record, you can look at all this other stuff. When it comes to this man right here, he's caring, and he does whatever he can for our players. So I really appreciate him. I love him.
We love you back, man. Over.
Here at the front.
Coach, going back to that final timeout before Elon's last
Yes, sir.
shot.
Yes, sir.
What was kind of your idea defensively? What did you draw of the defensive scheme for the team?
We were in, and we actually debated back and forth where we're going to switch to a zone. They had gotten into a little bit of a rhythm in the man. But honestly, we'd done a great job on Sheffield. And honestly, at a certain point, you go to what you go to. And that's why I'm always these guys. That's why I am the way that I am, because you can pick all of this stuff apart. And not you, I'm not saying that you did, but literally I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to overthink it. I literally say it. We have been great in the man. It had held up. They had gotten into a little bit of a rhythm, but I didn't want to botch a switch or anything like that. I wanted to see if we could force them into a tough one. And Sheffield, I don't know what he wound up. I can't see him.
4 of 16, Coach.
4 of 16, which was our plan, was to make him work. He took a lot of tough ones. I think he was frustrated. And that's what's unfortunate about what we do, because literally we did a tremendous job on a really good player, and it was Matt and Deshaun all night, the two guys that are up here, basically. And now they have to feel like one play. You see what I'm saying? But I do think they have big shoulders. I think they're, I say all the time, like Shawshank's Redemption. Sometimes you have to crawl through some stuff to get to that beautiful beach in Mexico. You feel me? And I think this team, literally, all I want is for them to be standing up here next year saying everything that we did, we learned from, we grew from it, we stayed together, and we committed ourselves. So I know I didn't answer your question, but literally I thought our man was fine most of the night, and I thought Sheffield took a tough one, and he made it. And do I wish that one of Wooten's had lipped out, or Sheffield's last one that lipped out? Do I wish that Julian Wooden's shot got off his hand a second early, or that Javis's that went in and out, went out? That is life. That's what I have to deal with as a coach. That makes or break me as a coach, but it's not going to make or break these kids. All right, so I probably answered your question terribly, but I thought the man was going to hold up, so we said in the timeout, we're going to go man. We debated some stuff, and we literally, nobody got clean. We had a guy on a guy contesting his shot, and he made a tough one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Adam.
Matt, there at the end, when you're guarding Sheffield and the clock's ticking down, as much as you guys have faced each other, I'm thinking you're probably thinking he's going to try to get to his pull-up at some point in that end sequence. Like, what was your approach there on defense? Was there anything you were trying to get him to do? Just how did that unfold there at the end?
Nah, I just sat down and played defense and tried to make him take a tough. When he took a tough shot, he made it. It's a good player.
Matt, you shot a better percentage, you out-rebounded them, you won a turnover battle, somehow lost the game. Does that, in some ways, kind of just feel like the epitome of the whole season for you guys? The pieces were there and it just didn't come together to wins?
No. I mean, the tournament is a new season, You start 0-0, so whatever you guys look at, the season, the numbers, all the trends, it doesn't matter when you come here. It comes down to each game. You got to win that game. So we just put the season behind us and kind of approach this game just trying to win. So I don't think it had anything to do with the season.
Coach, you've talked a lot about how it's been a tough season, and you talk about these guys' future. But in terms of your own future, do you worry that you coached your final game at Kennedy?
I out of respect for these guys, and also, to be honest, out of respect for the people who gave me this job, who basically put out they made an announcement that I was going to coach to the end of the year. I don't think anybody is I think my players, I mean, there's some reality to that answer. And I think you know the reality to that answer. I think Shane knows the reality to that answer. That's why he asked me the question about my timeout, because everybody in here knows what is in front, right? I respect these players. I don't want this to be answered up here, and I respect the people who are going to make that decision. I respect them a lot because they put out a statement saying we're going to let him coach to the end of the year, and it could have been a lot worse. So I would be a fool to sit up here and answer that question. But I will say this. I think that we all know the reality of that, and I honestly feel like, there was a feeling a long time ago. And again, it's not about the team or it's not about the fans or anything like that. Literally, you have a season like this, and this is what the head coach faces. And but I'll tell you this, dude, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all. You understand? It's got nothing to do with y'all. And what it is I'm telling you, come out clean on the other side. Don't say to yourself, I'm not feeling this way next year, because there's talent in the locker room, and you have to go through something sometimes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's just life. Sometimes you got to go through something. You know what I'm saying? This was the next step. This is what y'all had to go through. This is what we had to go through. Face it. Own it. Head up and go back and say we ain't feeling this way next year. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You ain't feeling this way next year.
I know Jeff Bourne has always said he'll have his review with any of his coaches and make his decisions from there. Is it too early? Do you have any idea when you might meet with him?
No idea at all, Shane. Another great question. No idea. It literally, I just finished this. Shane, I walked off the court. I haven't even checked my phone. Maybe you text me. Wow. This is what it looks like, huh? I got you. Thank you. I have not. No. I'll check my phone though when I get off the podium. Anytime.
He means a lot to me.
Hit up. We're fine.
He's one of the strongest men I know. Going through what we just went through, like this whole year. Him coming into every day, how he approached every day. You don't see that. The stuff he gets and the words that people say about him, and how he approached every single day. For me, it was eye opening.
Y'all make it easy, man.
As young men, we're going through this time just as he is, so we're looking for him as the leader. And he put his head down and he worked. So coming from Dayton, Ohio, I was kind of nervous coming here, but I knew I was in good hands with this guy. My family got full trust in him. I have full trust in him, and to say that, I'm honestly just grateful. Just he got to coach me, and hopefully will continue to coach me. But he's one of the strongest men that I know. Honestly, that's just to sum it up.
Thank you.
He's just the strongest man that I know.
Gentlemen, Coach, thank you for the time. Let you get back to the locker room.
Pretty strong, too. Pretty strong dudes.